does body count matter to you guys?
Oh, thank you. I was actually gonna ask. That's one of my questions, but I'm glad you brought that up.
Questions.
I'm glad you bring this up because I feel like this is
because it matters.
I'll be honest.
It matters.
Men,
I just want to know, like, does it matter?
Tell us, Will. Tell us the truth. Preach.
Okay, if the guy that really cares about you, men are very territorial for the woman. Not only what they love, but also the woman they want to lock down. Like, body count doesn't matter to men. Like, every conversation I've ever had with a man, every single man, I'm just like, there was never an exception. Like, one or two guys. No. Every single guy I've ever talked to in my life, they always wanted to attract and marry the woman that had the less bodies. Because, like I said, because you understand is like one of the things it's important for us. We want to make sure that we want to make sure that if she ever has a baby, I want to be 100% sure that it's my baby. I don't want to doubt.
You don't want a DNA test.
I don't have to worry about, okay, is this really mine? You know what I'm saying? Like, most guys, like, we want to raise our own kid. We don't want to raise another man's kid. We want to raise our own kid, and we're very territorial. We're very, especially for the guy. If the guy is really serious about you, he is gonna be very territorial about you, and he cares about how many men have you slept with, and I feel like today, because of the women independence, I feel like that hurts women. Because, like I told you guys before, that's the reality. The men that you want, the one that you want to attract the most masculine man you want, he does care about your body count. So if you're out there having sex, and you're free to make your own choices. You know, I don't judge anybody, but just understand that majority you're gonna repel a lot of men, especially the very masculine men, the men that have their career together, have their money. They want to be with a woman that he never has to doubt that if she gets pregnant, this is my child, and I'm gonna raise my own kid. So it does matter.
I mean, if you guys are in a relationship, like, are her bodies from the past, like, that matters to you guys, even though it was in the past?
When you say bodies, give me a number.
You know, like, I mean,
what is your limit?
Know. You didn't know.
What is the average number?
I mean, like, for example, us females, like, we meet a guy, you'd be like, I mean, I don't know if other women do this, but I do this where I ask them, I'm like, yo, like, what's your body count? Because at the end of the day, after that, I'm about to be like, okay, well, do you go and get checked after every single new body?
Thank you.
Because it's better to be safe than sorry. So,
are you wrapping that shit up?
Yeah, like, if a man is telling me, like, oh, like, somewhere between 15 and 20, okay, I'm about to be like, I mean, are you clean? Like, do you get checked? And if you say yeah and you're all good, I'm not going to judge you by your past bodies.
Yeah. But I want to ask you this, because I've heard from a lot of women, it's opposite, that if they find out that a guy has a lot of bodies, or a lot of girls want to have sex with him, and he's having sex with a lot of women, for a lot of women I've seen that they find that attractive. Like, there's a guy out there just having sex with all these women because you guys because let me ask you this: if you hear about a guy that attracts a lot of women, like, is that do you find that impressive? Like, does that attract you guys? Like, because is that a turn on or turn off for you? Because I've seen some girls, like, when they find out this guy is every single girl wants to be with, and he's sleeping with all these girls, and he finally decides to settle down with her and chooses her, she has no problem about his body count if he decides to commit. Let me ask. So, when I ask you guys, if you have a past, but he finally chooses you, and he's gonna commit to you, and he's gonna be faithful to you, would you still take him, even though he has like a high body count? But he's gonna be committed. He's loyal now. Like, he's done with that past. He's gonna be committed to you.
I live on an island. Okay.
He has a high body count. He has a high body count.
I mean, if you're banging my cousin and my friend and my cousin's ex and all that shit, like, that's different. Like, I got a problem with the body count in that sense. Even though he's gonna be committed to you and be loyal to you. Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, especially because I live on an island, it does matter to me, because it's like, oh, I banged your husband. Like, it's
okay.
That's awkward because I live on an island and, like, everybody literally knows everyone. Okay, At some point, there's an entanglement of somehow that person. So that would kind of be a problem for me if you're out here, like, just
Okay, what if
playing the field.
what if he has a high body count, but he didn't have sex with anybody you may know of, but he has a high body count, and he's committed. He wants to commit to you.
No, I mean, I wouldn't know. I'm not really like, and it's like Tasha said, it's like, okay, well, were you wrapping it up? Like, what do I have to worry about? Like
no, he's like, he takes a test. He's STD. He's clean. Everything is clean. He has a high body count, but he wants to commit to you.
Yeah, it would be.
I don't think I can.
All right, Tasha said, yeah, he'll take him.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I mean, as long as you're clean, like, I just feel like that's your past. Like, everyone has a past.
All right.
But like, let me find out that you out here trying to.
Yeah, I'm saying he's faithful now. He's clean. You take him. And then MK, you said, if the guy doesn't sleep with anybody you know of, but he has a high body count, he's clean too. Like he has no STDs. Would you take him? But he's committed.
I guess I would.
Okay. All right.
But like I said, like, but I feel like it's a little bit different. I mean, I'm not gonna like try to like knock on men, but I am. But I feel like it's different because I feel like if they're so used to getting what they want, then they're just gonna continue to do that, whether they're in a committed relationship with you or not.
Yeah.
With like they're in the relationship, you guys are like, okay, you're about to get married and shit, but they know that they can go out and bang anybody they want because that's what they did in the past.
No, I'm just
little bit of a thing about that.
No, I'm just saying, of course, I'm just saying that there is a guy out there that, you know, has a past, but he's committed to you. Like, there's not gonna be no problem. You take him, right?
I mean, I guess.
Okay. All right. Yes. All right. All right.
I mean, because I think it's different because I think that women that sleep around, I think that men and women are different in that sense because I feel like the women that sleep around are like whatever, you know, they're viewed as like hoes, they're viewed as like whores, and I feel like guys are not viewed as that. They're like, oh, you're the fucking man, like you banged her, and her, you're the shit. When we do that, it's like, oh, you're a fucking slut, you're a hoe, you're this and that. You know, you get this stigmatism, right? And so then it's like, you know, but when we commit in a relationship, we're like committed. I mean, I'm speaking for myself, okay, but I'm sure other women feel the same. When they're in a relationship, they feel committed. They're gonna be loyal. They don't need to show off to their friends who they've been banging all this time. Versus a man who's now gonna get married. I mean, he still like wants to be the man to his friends, so he might just go, you know, whatever on the side.
Yeah. No, okay. No, I know what you're saying is, I totally understand that there's a stigma, but I'm just saying is the reality is, you know, this is how men are when it comes to like when they want to the woman they want to be with. Like the body count doesn't matter. So what about you, Betty? So Betty, the guy has a high body count, no STDs, but he's willing to commit to you, be loyal to you. Would you take him?
Long pause.
Betty.
She gotta think. Give her a minute.
Loyal, has a job, masculine, no STDs. He's moved on from his past.
He's 50 plus.
But he has a high body count. Would you take him?
I don't care for the body count.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, so you take him. So you take him. Yes.
I don't really want anything that anybody can have. Cause you're making it sound like he was just an easy guy. And I'm like, no, respect for yourself, bro.
Right?
Shush. So yeah. I mean, you know, maybe I'll mess around with him too. No, I'm just kidding. If he's that type of cool guy, I would be really hard to get. I'd be like, you could have any of these girls but me.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, there are guys out there that's very attractive, and you know, they're young, they're single, they have sex, and then when they're ready to tie down, they meet a girl that changes their life, and they really leave that behind and be with that woman, right?
Yeah.
But that's the problem today. So, but now to be honest, to answer that question, Tasha, yeah, body count does matter, and that's something a lot of women like don't want to hear or don't want to hear. But that's the truth. Like guys, like I told you guys before, we want to we're very territorial for the woman we want to provide with. If I'm gonna go to work, like I told you guys before, we want to be providers for the woman that we want. So if I'm gonna go to work and fight the world and conquer the world and try to do things for you, like I don't want to doubt myself that my woman's out there sleeping with other men, or I have to doubt my kids And every guy that I know, and they just turned off about they turn off when they find out if you have a high body count. And if guys are really, really honest with you, they will tell you. Like they'll tell you straight up. And the guys that tell you, the guys do tell you, oh, it's okay. I don't care about your body count. I'll accept it. Those are guys that just want to have sex.
For real.
They'll tell you that, they will give you what you hear, smash, and they'll leave. But if you look at the girls that they actually put a ring on their finger, those are girls that they feel like, either they don't know, but they feel like that they don't have a high body count.
So then what's a high body count to men?
Oh, do you want to know the real number? What I hear from men?
Yeah, we want to know the
I
real
want
number.
all the dudes on this line to comment what that number is. We want the special number.
This is the number I hear from all my friends. 3 is after 3 is.
Y'all some fucking hypocrites. Y'all some goddamn hypocrites.
Where the hell you been living?
Y'all some
I'm telling you.
ass.
Right. Y'all trifling.
I'm telling you. I'm
Are
telling
you serious? Did you say 3 or 30? I wasn't.
I said 3.
It didn't come
Or
clear.
13.
That doesn't even.
I said 3. I'm telling you, like after 3, like well, most guys are like, damn, they see you as a hoe.
She talk about sin.
Like, but see how different we are, right? I told you I see how different we are. Like for women, that's something that's okay with you guys, but for us, it's different. We're totally different of how we show our love and what we want. For you guys, you know, as long as a guy can provide the security and be faithful, which is your love language, you want that guy to be secure and masculine. You guys are cool with that. But for us, like I said, we as a providers, like we want to make sure this is ours. We're very territorial. Like we don't want our woman to be shared with any other man, and that's just how a lot of men feel. And I know it's hard today in this society when a lot of women, you guys have that choice to be yourselves. I have nothing against that, be yourselves. But if you want to keep it honest, like what men really, really want, they do. That's something that's really, really important. Especially, like I said, when it comes to sex now, I'm just like they don't like they'll tell you that, but for the woman they want to marry and put the ring on the finger, they do care about the woman's body count. So yeah,
I think that's very strange.
Right, like y'all coming in with like 20 plus, and y'all want us to have 3. Like,
I'm just saying that's just our nature. It's a bit different. Like
I think it depends on age. I think it depends on age too, and where people are at. Because if like you were like say in a long-term relationship, you were like literally sleeping with that same person. But like if you were always dating and you never was in any long-term, the count might be a little bit more because you've tried. I'll give
you guys a perfect example of how different we are as men and women. Like I asked you guys before, right? You will never date a guy that has no job, right? And you guys pay all the bills?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen, right? You never not only date but marry. You never marry a guy that doesn't work.
No.
Nope. Right? But us, for you guys, that's repulsive. Like, a guy doesn't have a job, has a career, doesn't pay bills. That's disgusting. But for us, I am totally okay if I marry and my wife doesn't work. She doesn't work, I'll take care of everything. And I'll still love her as much as I want. I'll be, but see how different we are. Like you can't even imagine yourself being with a guy that doesn't pay bills and doesn't work. But for us, that's natural. Like we're totally okay with that. It's the same.
Where are those guys? Where are those guys?
Period. Will my body count is 3.
Well, we'll take the proposal.
I'm a born again virgin. Go ahead and do all their ads.
But see how different we are, right? Like you guys cannot think of it. You can't be repulsed by a guy that doesn't work. But us, we marry a girl that doesn't have to work. That's totally fine with me. But the same thing with body count. Like you guys, like you said, like doesn't matter to you, but for us, it's repulsive. Like high body count. Same thing with you guys, repulsed about a guy that doesn't have a job. It's the same. That's how different we are in the way we attract. For a lot of, so it's like I said, you guys
attracting no girl that has 3. I'm sorry.
No, there are girls, you know. But that's why.
Who in this world's body count is 3?
But that's why a lot of you do notice that's what the guys are always chasing. What kind of woman? The older or younger? Be honest.
Wait, what was that?
Younger.
I'm pretty young, so I think younger.
Like the guys, do they always want are they chasing the older woman or are they chasing the younger woman? Be honest.
I think both.
Yeah,
be honest. Come on, like what?
Because
It's the older men that want the younger girls.
And it's the younger
men
dudes that want the older
They want
women.
the cool
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But to be honest, most guys will date. Most guys, like I'm saying, the most guys will date a girl that's younger, and they're always chasing the young girls. And the reason why, because the reason why they want the younger girls, because they know they have a less chance of having a high body count.
I mean, but I don't know that that's true. I know young girls that have a high body count.
Right.
I know,
They some
but
kangaroos.
no, I know, I understand that. But I'm saying the younger girl is the higher probability that she have a lower body
I
count.
think that 3 is unrealistic because I think
Okay, I
you
understand,
like
yeah.
if you don't have 3 when before you're like
Hey,
high school, then I don't
But
know.
like I said, but the same thing with you guys, like not loving a man that can't work. That may be unrealistic for us. Like, why wouldn't you do that? Because we were willing to do that for you guys. So why wouldn't you be able to do that for him? If that makes sense?
But I don't know any guy that doesn't want to work though.
Oh, there's
I
a
mean,
lot of
most
guys out
guys
there that
want to have a
work.
job.
Yeah, we have a job because we know that's what you guys want. That's how we're gonna get a woman.
It's job for Maria.
I ain't working for myself. I'm working for my future wife. I'm trying to get, it's like if we could wife you guys without working, nobody would work. But we know that's something you guys want. Shoot, we have to go to work. So, and that's just the reality. Yeah, but to be honest, like, keep it real. Like, yeah, it is. That's just the way it is. Like the same way you guys can't take a guy that doesn't work. Same thing with the body count. Like, it does matter to us. And especially like I said, especially the guy that wants to put a ring on your finger. There's gonna be a lot of guys that will want to have sex with you, mess around, have fun, and friends with benefits. Yeah. But the guy that wants to put a ring on your finger and marry you, that does play a big role on that decision. Yeah. But yep.
I'm so confused. But anyway.
Hey, like I said, there's uncomfortable truths. Like, we're just keeping it real in here. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys.
If that's the case, then half these women are not going to get dated. If 3 is the count, then a lot of us are out of the pool.